Gising sa umaga, ngiti ko'y masaya. Narinig sa radyo, boses ng katropa mo. Iba't ibang uri ng kwento, mapapakinggan dito. Sa Luzon, Visayas at Mindanao, pati sa buong mundo. Makinig na sa Katropa, dito di ka mag-iisa. Makisaya, makibalita, makiawit sa musika. Sabay-sabay at sama-sama, tungo sa pagkakaisa. The best at bida ka dito sa Katropa Radio. Iba tayo.
Ito ang DWDD 1134 kHz. Balita, impormasyon at musika. AM at FM pinagsama. Ito ang Katropa Radio. Iba tayo.
Kayo ay nakatutok sa 1134 kHz. DWDD Katropa Radio. Iba tayo. Kami po ay kasapi ng KBP, kapisanan ng mga broadcaster ng Pilipinas.
Ito ang DWDD 1134 kHz. Katropa Radio. Iba tayo.
Good morning, magandang umaga Pilipinas, buenos dias, Luzon, Visayas at Mindanao. Magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. Tropang mga Bicolano, marhay na aga. Marhay na aga. Good morning. Yes, Sabado na naman po at nandito na naman po tayo. Kami upang magtanghal ng palatuntunang Katropa sa KAMARA ni Terence Mordeno Grana. Yes! Ito po, ang inyong lingkod, Terence Mordeno Grana. At ako ang magiging inyong kaagapay at gabay sa umagang ito sa ating palatuntunan. Siya nga pala, mga katropa, no? Kung gusto po ninyong makipagtalastasan o meron man po kayong mga suhestyon, mga kuro-kuro, reaksyon hinggil sa ating mga paksa na i-discuss sa umagang ito, mangyari po ay tumawag po lamang dito o dili kaya ay mag-text sa ating mga mobile phone numbers +63 916 500 8318 at dili kaya sa mobile phone. Okay, mga katropa, dapat mag-unat-unat na tayo. Kahapon, ang lakas-lakas ng ulan, ano? At gabi, ano? Pero, nung lumabas ako kanina, maayos-ayos naman. Sana nawa ay maganda ang ating magiging panahon sa araw na ito. So, at this point, dito sa ating Studio 2 ng ating DWDD AFP Radio and Virtual Television ay ang ating magiting na sundalo at aking kaibigan na gwapo, si John Mark Molina. At doon naman sa Studio 1 natin ay tayo ay inaalalayan ni Dex Orata. So, for this morning mga katropa, marami po tayong mapapag-usapan sapagkat marami po ang mga kaganapang nangyari doon sa ating Kongreso, specifically doon sa ating House of Representatives. And I'm going to give you a lot of information on situation, whatever, doon sa ating Kamara de Representantes. And matutuwa po kayo at may mga magagandang balita na aking ibibigay sa inyo na ating nakalap doon sa ating in the house na kasalukuyang nakikinig at nanonood sa atin sa FB Live ay ang ating katropang Dex Orata dyan sa ating Studio 1. And then of course, also in the house, Dr. Maria Telma Ruales Grana. .15 in the morning. And tuloy-tuloy na po tayo sa ating pagbibigay ng mga informasyon, and I will give you this particular reply ng ating butihing Majority Leader Representative Rolando Andaya Jr. of Camarines Sur, when he was asked sa ganitong query, yung nagtanong isa sa mga reporters doon sa ating House of Representatives, ang katanungan niya ay yung hinggil sa Department of Health budget cut sa proposed 2019 national budget. Yes, also in the house, Pastor Carmelito Canyon Mero of Butuan City. Thank you very much for listening and watching us dito sa ating programa. So to continue on the statement of Majority Floor Leader Representative Rolando Andaya Jr. of Camarines Sur regarding the DOH budget cut in the proposed 2019 national budget. So, ito po. One of the deep cuts in the proposed 2019 national budget that could be restored is the funding for rural nurses, doctors, dentists, and midwives so as to avoid a mass endo of contract of these frontline health workers. Majority Leader Rolando Andaya Jr. said. Andaya was referring to the 8.4 billion peso cut from the current 9.6 billion to 1.2 billion pesos budget next year in the budget of the Department of Health's Health Human Resources Development, or HHRD, a program which assigns health professionals to rural areas and poor towns. Ito yung programa ng ating Department of Health, yung tinatawag na Human Resources Deployment, And then dito nga may panukalang babawasan o tatapyasan ang budget from 8.4 billion from 9.6 billion pesos na budget ay tatapyasan na gagawing 1.2 billion next year. So ito yon, And DAIA said the reduction in the HHRD's 2019 allocation is one of the major cuts in the DOH's proposed 2019 budget, which plummets from this year's 109.8 billion pesos to 74.1 billion pesos, or by 35.7 billion pesos. So medyo malaki-laki ang cut, In danger of losing jobs are 6,000, ang dami, 6,755 contractual nurses, or 2 in 5 of the 15,893 presently hired through the HRD. Biro mo, ang mawawalan ng trabaho na ating mga nurses na, of course, may contractual, nasa contractual jobs, ay 6,755. Malaki-laki din, Under planned budget slash, the number of doctors deployed will also be reduced. Sa mga doctors naman ito, from 293 na magiging 243 na lamang. And then the dentists from 324 to 241 na lamang. And midwives from 4,000 to 3,650. So lahat itong mga health workers natin ay may kabawasan, So sabi niya, this is one area up for discussion because its impact on the delivery of health services to the people who need them most. Will the cuts put in ICU the health system in remote areas? So yun ang tanong niya, Let us find ways to save their jobs. Yun, dapat hanapan ng solusyon, Yun ang tinuran ni Majority Leader Andaya, noting that the program was first launched by then President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo and continued by the Aquino administration. The HHRD is meant to augment public health staff in municipalities that lack the finances to pay for their salary, as health services have been supposedly devolved to the local governments. So this is by virtue of the local government code na dinevolve na nga yung kapangyarihan hinggil sa health services doon sa mga local government units. And DAIA said the House will ask the DOH, or the Department of Health, and the Department of Budget and Management to explain the negative repercussions of this move on public health and how it can be avoided. Sabi ng DBM, sabi nga niya, sabi ng DBM, ang pondo daw para makamit ang layunin ng Health Professionals Deployment Program ay naisama na sa operating o MOOE budget ng DOH. Inilipat na rin daw ang iba sa Miscellaneous Personal Benefits Fund or MPBF. Kung ganon, let us see kung tama nga. So, yun, referring to a section in the national budget item where most funds for personnel hiring are parked. But despite these, The bottom line is that under the DOH and the DBM plan, the number of nurses under the program will be cut by almost 7,000, he said. Ang isang rason, sabi niya, ang isang rason na narinig ko ay meron ilang mga bayan na may pondo naman na pambayad sa mga nurses. So kung ganon, isa-isahin nila para ma-verify ng mga congressmen kasi sila ang mas nakakaalam ng sitwasyon sa ibaba. Hanapan natin ito ng solusyon. Ayon sa kanya, no? Dapat hanapan nga ng solusyon. Ang nakataya dito, ang kalusugan at trabaho ng karamihan. So as we can see, mga katropa, malaki ang magiging impact nito sa ating health services. So, marapat namang na masolusyonan na ito. So, ito nga, not just the nurses, but also the health, yung kalusugan ng ating mga mamamayan sa ating mga local government units. So, mga katropa, in the house, we have Miss Chona Santos of the Philippine Airlines. She is watching now, listening and watching us dito sa FB Live. Flowers Tulips is also watching. And then of cutting the budget of yung pagpapaliit ng budget ng ating Department of Health. So we will just hope and pray na itong panukala ng ating butihing majority leader Rolando Andaya Jr. ay our budget will be detrimental to us. Nga naman, marapat lamang na uunahin nating isipin yung kalusugan ng ating mga at kami ay babalik matapos ang ilang mga paalaala ng ating himpilan.
Ito ang DWDD 1134 kHz. Balita, impormasyon at musika. AM at FM pinagsama. Ito ang Katropa Radio. Iba tayo.
Kayo ay nakatutok sa 1134 kHz. DWDD Katropa Radio. Iba tayo. Kami po ay kasapi ng KBP, Kapisanan ng mga Broadcaster ng Pilipinas.
Sa pagkising sa umaga, ngiti ko'y masaya. Narinig sa radyo, boses ng katropa mo. Iba't ibang uri ng kwento, mapapakinggan dito. Sa Luzon, Visayas at Mindanao, pati sa buong mundo. Makinig na sa katropa, dito di ka mag-iisa. Makisaya, makibalita, makiawit sa musika. Sabay-sabay at sama-sama, tungo sa pagkakaisa. The best at bida ka dito sa Katropa Radio. Iba tayo.
Ito ang DWDD 1134 kHz Katropa Radio. Iba tayo.
Sa ating pagbabalik, kayo po ay nakikinig sa ating palatuntunang Katropa sa Kamara ni Terence Mordeno Grana. Dito lamang eksklusibo po tayo. Dito lamang sa DWDD 1134 kHz sa ating mga talapihitan. And we are also live and alive sa ating Facebook Live, sa ating DWDD AFP Virtual Radio and Television. Ating House of Representatives ay itong Overseas Filipino Workers Retirement Care Program. Ito daw ay sinusulong sa ating Kamara de Representantes. At sabi nga, the government should ready the 400,000 OFWs age 45 and above to retire. It's a reality talaga na hindi naman tayo bumabata. So, dapat i-ready natin yung programa natin para sa retirement care para sa ating mga OFWs. Ay ang tumutulak dito sa panukalang ito ay si Senior Citizen Party List Representative Francisco Datol Jr. So sabi niya, millions of OFWs will be reaching retirement age in the coming years in batches of hundreds of thousands. So marami talaga. We will be expecting a lot of them to retire. So, chances are, most of them have no social security coverage and have made little or no provisions for retirement and emergency health care. According to the Philippine Statistics Authority, 17.4% of the 2.3 million OFWs worldwide are age 45 and above, meaning in a matter of more or less 1 decade, they will retire. 1 decade is still enough time for the government to prepare for their retirement. These retiring OFWs are those who are turning 56 or older and have been working overseas since 1987 or any of the years thereafter. In other words, the OFWs who were deployed when they were young in the 80s and 90s but will be reaching retirement age in the coming years. So I ask, sabi ni Congressman Datol, I asked the Overseas Filipino Bank, Social Security System, PhilHealth, Overseas Workers Welfare Administration to devise a program that will give a reasonable modicum of basic and upgradable retirement care to our retiring OFWs. The program should cover both documented and undocumented OFWs. I am certain, sabi niya, I am certain these three institutions can put together a program that can be sustained by a combination of direct and indirect premiums. Indirect premiums, I suggest, sabi niya, because considering future costs of health and retirement care, direct premium contributions may not be enough to make the OFW retirement care program sustainable and viable. The indirect premiums can come from percentages of taxes, proceeds from the sale of state assets, shares in administrative fee collections, which can incrementally build up the fund backing the retirement care program. In cooperation with the associations of licensed recruitment agencies, these institutions can devise ways to enroll as many OFWs as they can into their retirement care program. For the OFWs who are more financially able, I suggest to the private insurance firms, pre-need companies, and health maintenance organizations to create new products specifically designed for retiring and returning OFWs. The retirement care program for senior OFWs should make it super easy for both undocumented and documented OFWs to deposit their premiums. Mobile apps and other financial technologies ought to be applied to make this happen and effortless. Oo nga naman at so far wala pa tayong nakikitang programa para dito sa mga retiring OFWs sapagkat basically ang ating mga OFWs ay mga bata, no? Dinideploy sa iba't ibang mga bansa. Sila mga bata pa. Kung kaya't parang hindi lang iniisip yung future retirements nila. So parang walang programa pa so far ang ating pamahalaan. Thus, this particular congressman, so itong senior citizen party list congressman natin, ay nag-iisip and pinanukala nga niya sa ating mga legislators. So if it would be possible na makakapag-legislate tayo regarding this particular issue. Ito ay si Representative Francisco Dato Jr. ng party list, Senior Citizen Party List. So, siya ay naisip talaga niya ang para sa kapakanan ng ating mga OFWs na pagdating ng panahon na sila ay magre-retire na nga, they will benefit this program if his plans Okay, mga katropa, punta naman tayo sa iba pang mga impormasyon na ating nakalap. Ito ay hinggil sa droga naman, sa mga droga na talagang isa sa mga malaking problema natin sa ating bansa. The Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency, o PDEA, Director General Aaron Aquino, insisted during a congressional hearing that the 4 magnetic lifters in Cavite allegedly had 6.8 billion peso shabu. During the hearing of the House Committee on Dangerous Drugs, chaired by Surigao del Norte Representative Robert Ace Barbers, Aquino maintained that it does not mean that illegal drugs are not present even if the swab tests on the 2 magnetic lifters that they conducted last Wednesday yielded negative results. It's negative. It doesn't mean pag negative, walang drugs. Aquino told Barbers panel on the 2 magnetic lifters they tested that the Bureau of Customs, or BOC, confiscated on August 7 at the Manila International Container Port, or MICP. Earlier, the BOC confiscated 355 kilograms of shabu worth 4.3 billion pesos from the 2 lifters in an abandoned container at the MICP. Aquino vouched for the credibility of their K9 dogs that are working very hard to trace illegal drugs. The PDEA's chief's insistence made despite the statement of President Rodrigo Rodi Duterte dismissing as pure speculation their claim that an estimated 6.8 billion worth of shabu was smuggled through magnetic lifters. PDEA got the 4 magnetic lifters in a warehouse in General Mariano Alvarez, Cavite province on August 9. Surigao del Norte Representative Robert Ace Barbers asked the PDEA to provide Congress with updates and seek inclusion under Republic Act number 9165 or the Dangerous Drugs Act of 2002 on the entry of new psychoactive substances that are being mixed with illegal drugs such as ecstasy. Barber cited the latest PDEA reports about the new wave of dangerous chemicals that are not listed and prohibited under Republic Act number 9165 but can be mixed or used to produce party drugs. Barber said the PDEA called them as new psychoactive substances or NPS or chemicals that are not listed or prohibited under Republic Act number 9165 but can be used or mixed with local available chemicals to produce party drugs such as ecstasy. Derek Arnold Carrion, PDEA spokesman, cited one chemical, gamma-butyrolactone, gamma-butyrolactone, or GBL, a usual component of industrial cleaners for semiconductors that is being mixed with illegal drugs such as ecstasy. The problem is that GBL, unlike gamma-hydroxybutyric acid, very hard sounding words, GHB or liquid ecstasy is not yet covered by Republic Act number 9165 of the Comprehensive Drugs Act, Dangerous Drugs Act of 2002, Carrion said. These substances, according to Carrion, are dangerous as it could lead to death, especially if mixed with narcotics. And he said, we are moving for its inclusion in Republic Act number 91. Also in the house, mga katropa, is our friend from the, not just a friend, but a kumpare from the ABS-CBN. Natatakot Okay, isang item pa, no? I'll read to you another item, ano? Yung hinggil sa naging pahayag ni Speaker Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, House Speaker Macapagal Arroyo, hinggil sa kanyang pagre-retire. Okay. Speaker Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, House Speaker Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, has said her son Mikey Arroyo will run for Congress in 2019 as she is all set for retirement to allow young politicians to carve their names and show potentials as public servants. Arroyo bared in an interview that Mikey, a former one-term party list congressman of Ang Galing Pinoy, 2004 to 2007, and one-term lawmaker of Pampanga's 2nd District, 2007 to 2010, before her mother was elected Congresswoman in 2010, will run for Congress. She also reiterated that she would not seek the Prime Minister's post should a parliamentary system push through. She said, I am not just thinking of it. I am retiring. I don't plan to run for anything in 2019. Speaker Arroyo said in an interview. In an ambush interview, Arroyo said she would give way to the new breed of young lawmakers. She said, yes, retirement, because we all have to move on. People do reach retirement age, and I was also saying that one of the blessings of being a speaker now at this time is that I've come to work with the younger congressmen and seeing how they work, seeing how good they are. I'm very confident that the new generation will be very good in taking over the reins of government, as she told the reporters in an ambush interview after attending the blessing of the Romana Pangan District Hospital in Florida Blanca, Pampanga. Earlier, Arroyo said she would instead write her diaries, as ang minention niya, memoirs, as she hoped that the incoming 18th Congress would continue the federalism initiative that she will push this 17th Congress. Arroyo, on her third and last term as Pampanga Congresswoman, said writing her memoirs will be her priority after deciding not to run in next year's midterm polls. She said, what is important now is for her to push the legislative agenda of President Rodrigo Rodi Duterte. At the same time, Arroyo admitted that there is not much time to successfully amend the Constitution in the remaining days of the 17th Congress. Itong mga pahayag ng ating butihing House Speaker, wala na talaga. In these remaining days sa 17th Congress, wala na. Not much time to successfully amend the Constitution. At hinggil naman sa kanyang retirement, talagang tunay na magre-retire na raw siya. At ang patatakbuhin niya doon sa distrito niya ay si Mikey Arroyo, who was once a congressman. Twice in fact. First he was party list representative, and then the second one was he was the representative of the district where Speaker Arroyo is representing. Okay, isa pang item ay mga pahayag hinggil sa pangangamba. Itong martial law daw na i-extend pa. At yun nga ang dahilan ay yung isang incident doon sa Sultan Kudarat noong Martes ng gabi. Speaker Gloria Macapagal Arroyo vowed yesterday to push for another possible extension of martial law and suspension of the writ of habeas corpus in Mindanao following the bombing incident in a town at Sultan Kudarat last Tuesday night. Being a former president, Arroyo said, she knows what the country needs to address the continued terrorism in Mindanao and would back martial law extension if President Rodi Duterte would ask for it. I support martial law in Mindanao. I support what the president does because I've been president. I believe that he does not need a peanut gallery to tell him what to do. Arroyo told reporters in an ambulance interview after attending the blessing of the Romana Pangon District Hospital in Florida Blanca in Pampanga. House Majority Leader and Camarines Representative Rolando Nonoy Antaya Jr., who chairs the House Committee on Rules, echoed Arroyo's position. Antaya said to reporters, the declaration of martial law is the call of the executive. The president declares or extends, and Congress concurs. If the president will ask for it, then it shall be given. At the same time, Andaya urged the palace to convene the National Security Council, or NCSC, and the Legislative Executive Development Advisory Council, or LEDAC, to discuss the progress of the Marawi Rehabilitation Program and the Bangsamoro Organic Law, or BOL. I would suggest, Andaya said, I would suggest, though, that Malacanang call a meeting of the National Security Council and even LEDAC para mapag-usapan ang progress ng Marawi Rehabilitation and the implementation of the Bangsamoro Organic Law. What are the financing bottlenecks, for example? Bottom line, the people of Mindanao should be consulted. Sa House, mahalaga ang inputs and views ng Mindanao Bloc. Ika nga, those in or around ground zero should be consulted. Civilian views should be part of the discussion, Andaya added. During Wednesday's budget hearing at the House of Representatives, Executive Secretary Salvador Milyaldea bared that martial law extension remains an option by the government. It's an option, Milyaldea told reporters in an ambushed interview after defending the proposed 2019 $6.773 billion budget of the Office of the President, or OP, before the House Committee on Appropriation chaired by Davao City Representative Carlo Nograles. Congress, in a joint session last year, granted President Rodrigo Duterte's request to extend the martial law in Mindanao and suspend the writ of habeas corpus in Mindanao from January 1, 2018 to December 31, 2018. A total of 240 Congress members voted in favor of the martial law extension, while 27 rejected it. The Senate's voting was 14-4, while House of Representatives voted 226-23. President Duterte has asked Congress to extend martial law in the region for 1 year to quell rebellion completely in Mindanao, despite the liberation of Marawi City. On May 23, 2017, President Duterte imposed martial law in Mindanao due to the Marawi siege. He requested Congress to extend martial law in the region until December 31, 2017, and in a special joint session on July 22 this year, A total of 261 Congress members, including 16 senators, approved the President's request. Okay, in the house, mga katropa, we have Alan Po Mihela Jr. And then, parang Ruben, hindi ko na babasahin ito dahil baka may mga masagasaan dito, ha? Okay, also in the house, we have John Harvey David Bagos. He is watching right now. Sabi niya, hello, Tito Terence. Regards. Okay, another in the house also. We have Ofelia Dalion Grana Montero. May grana yun. So, bias ito. Okay. So, katropa, I don't know. I think we have to wrap up. It's already what is this? We are oh nga no. Wala na po tayong oras na naman, mga katropa. At natapos na naman ang time allocation natin. So I think I will just have to say maraming salamat at ang inyong lingkod, Terence Mordeno Grana, ay inyong pinagbigyan na naman na magiging inyong kasama sa inyong mga tahanan. Maraming salamat po at truly I'm grateful that you're listening and viewing me on the Facebook Live. Thank you very much. Maraming salamat. At sa ngalan po ng production staff nitong ating katropa sa Kamara ni Terence Mordeno Grana, kami po ay nagsasabing maraming salamat at sana ay pagpalain tayong lahat ng ating Panginoong may kapal. Purihin ang ating Panginoon and good morning.
DWDD 1134 kHz. Balita, impormasyon at musika. AM at FM pinagsama. Ito ang Katropa Radio. Iba tayo.
Kayo ay nakatutok sa 1134 kHz. DWDD Katropa Radio. Iba tayo. Kami po ay kasapi ng KBP, Kapisanan ng mga Broadcaster ng Pilipinas.